Before Facebook became Facebook, it went through a series of evolutionary changes. At first, it was known as Face Mash in 2003. Mark Zuckerberg invented this along with 3 of his classmates. This site was created to judge students and deem them hot or not. From there, in 2004, the page was converted to the Facebook. This was a social networking site only open to Harvard students. The intention of this site was to allow students throughout Harvard to be able to communicate with each other. They saw how quickly the number of students registered increased, and they decided to open the access to the site to other schools such as Stanford, Yale, and Columbia University. The final transformation was in February 2004. The was dropped and the site became known as Facebook. Originally, the site was meant to be accessed by students with an .edu email, but on September 2006, Facebook was made public and allowed everyone who was 13 years or older with a valid email address to register. There are many strengths to Facebook. It is a site that reaches out to every type of demographic. It is accessed worldwide. Another strength would be the 1.26 billion users and their loyalty to the brand of Facebook. Facebook's biggest strength would be the fact that it is constantly changing its format to better fit users and to keep them engaged.
Facebook has long experienced problems with its privacy policy. Unfortunately, this has proven to be a major weak point for the company, garnering much unwanted criticism from the media. Some privacy settings are easily controllable by users, while others are not. Facebook enjoys 1.26 billion users a month across the entire globe. It is such a prevalent force in society that it goes far beyond a single website, but also into other industries such as advertising and smartphones. Indeed, Facebook reaches 76% of the smartphone market and accounts for 26% of all mobile app usage. Specifically, in the United States, its largest market, the US accounted for 53% of all worldwide data requests in the first 6 months of 2013. In fact, 200 million photos are uploaded a day, where a whopping 30% can be recognized by off-the-shelf face recognition software. In the labor force market, 43% of employers do not hire an applicant after viewing their Facebook profile. 600,000 Facebook logins are compromised a day, and 1 in 4 of users whose data has been breached become victims of identity fraud. Clearly, Facebook experiences issues relating to privacy with the aforementioned examples. Unfortunately, Facebook also has privacy issues with third-party apps, such as games. People will get spammed by requests to add a certain app to their Facebook. These annoyances are piled on top of the newsfeed being spammed by the occasional hacked profile advertising weight loss products or other typical spam products or services. Furthermore, these lapses in privacy drive people away from Facebook, which is exactly what happened with MySpace. As soon as MySpace experienced spam of any kind, MySpace died out and Facebook fully took over. If Facebook continues in this manner, it will surely meet its demise.
One of Facebook's greatest weaknesses is the amount of advertisements that it hosts on its site. Users are no longer available to network with friends and family without having to deal with the inconvenience of advertising taking up the webpage. If the problem continues, Facebook users may seek other social networks that have less advertisements to interact with others. Not only are Facebook advertisements a sore to the user's eye, they also do not generate a good return on investment. According to Forbes magazine, they spend hundreds or thousands or more on Facebook ads. At the end of the first run, they see bad ROIs. Most of Facebook's advertisements come from new businesses that have not learned this lesson yet. Facebook lacks to update the recent mobile technologies is also creating a weakness for their advertising. Experts say that the recent mobile ads are not effective as they could be is due to the fact that they have not adapted to the graphics. This makes it hard for users to read the advertisement. Although Facebook has taken steps in the right directions to fix this problem, like increasing ad imagery size and incorporating Instagram for sharing photos, they're still faced with this problem. An organic post on Facebook is something that you personally write or share. Your organic reach would be the number of people who saw your post on your news feeds or profile, from a story shared by a friend, pictures, comments, or shared posts, etc. Inorganic posts on Facebook come from inorganic Facebook fans, which are fake Facebook accounts created by social media service providers to fulfill the requirement of the number of fans or likes they have promised their clients. These accounts are pseudo accounts and serve no purpose beyond increasing the number of likes or fans on a particular Facebook page. Investing in inorganic fans can prove to be a dead investment for a business or brand owner.
Facebook has impacted e-marketing in ways that have led to new forms of advertisement. When Facebook was created, its purpose was connectivity and communication. It was meant for people to express and share their lives. It is simple to see how a site like this could have an impact on e-marketing and business. Facebook has cut the cost of marketing research in many ways because it keeps the lives, preferences, and dislikes of consumers. For big business, Facebook has become a key step in learning, knowing, and targeting. Today, data mining is an important element in marketing and advertising strategies for big companies. In fact, companies pay Facebook millions of dollars for user information and online behavior. Small businesses have also gained from Facebook. In a Forbes article, author Alison Diana mentions that 60% of business owners credit social media with positively impacting their businesses, according to a poll by Darling Wilcox Publishing. In an interview I conducted with small business owners, the owner of an Italian-American restaurant in West Palm Beach created a Facebook fan page for their restaurant, and he tells me that they have seen a noticeable amount of positive comments and new business from it. Social networks are the cheapest form of advertising and are also a great way for starting ventures to gain exposure. In these hard times, small businesses need all the help they can get.
The world existed before Facebook, and it will exist after Facebook as well. Although we have evolved into the age of technology, we will always do just that, evolve. If and when Facebook takes its fall, we will evolve to something new and adjust to the situation placed before us. The answer is simple. If Facebook did not exist, it would be something else. For instance, focus would be redirected towards Google and Yahoo, among other social media sites. Without Facebook, we would retain more privacy and security than we do with the website. An employer would not be able to search for information on your personal life or see a disrespectful post about them, or see last weekend you went on a binge drinking escapade. Society will always find a way to connect with each other. However, without Facebook, people who do not know you will not be able to stalk your pictures or posts to take interest in your life without you knowing. Facebook is not the first site of its kind. There have been many other social media sites leading up to the developmental success of Facebook. Sites like Friendster, MySpace, and Tumblr have all come before, but did not thrive because of the inability to be constant changing to the demands and requirements users wanted. If Facebook did not exist, we would still be spending hours of the day creating web layout of our MySpace page or looking for friends on Friendster. Since social networking has become the latest method of communication, it is also viable to say that if there was no Facebook, we would be more dependent on text messaging or calling to communicate with others. One final point of significance in the existence of a world without Facebook is that we would become more productive. Many people spend all hours of their day looking up friends on Facebook, writing posts, posting pictures, or stalking old boyfriends, girlfriends, or friends. If there was no Facebook, students would spend more time and put more effort into homework with less distractions. Presently, with Facebook, it is the go-to website when boredom hits, or if you have a free moment. It is an addiction for some. In a world with no Facebook, when boredom hits, or you have a free moment, people can look for something more to do, such as exercise or read a book, instead of stare at an illuminated screen. There would be less social networking addictions and possibly less rapes and kidnappings. Although Facebook has grown significantly and become a major part of our lives, it is still possible for the world to exist and continue to thrive without the existence of Facebook.
Facebook apparently has decided to buy strong competition that arises, like for example Instagram. Of course, Instagram doesn't have enough personal user interaction to actually take down Facebook, but it does add a lot to it. In order for a new social media to arise above Facebook, it would need to offer everything Facebook does and more. There is Twitter and there's LinkedIn, along many others, which are of course offering something new and trendy, but still are not direct competition to Facebook. They're only add-ons. Now, Google Plus is a completely different story. The growth shown by Google Plus has been slower, but not because of its efficiency, but because Facebook came first and already has a very big market. Google Plus offers users a bit of secureness Facebook doesn't, mainly because Google Plus as a company is perceived very positively throughout its users. Google Plus has made great efforts in offering a very modern and easy to use interface. The news feed page is a lot more user-friendly and offers filters to really see what you want to see. Google Plus also offers a better way to upload pictures in comparison to Facebook, with picture editing option and so on. Of course, Facebook could update their page and picture uploading platform, but the biggest difference and one of the reasons Google Plus could grow to overthrow Facebook is the friend system. On Google Plus, you can have circles. You can add somebody to your circle and they don't need to accept you or have you as a friend. This option allows users to share the same type of information they do in Facebook, meaning it's the same type of platform but with the ability to follow whoever you want like Twitter offers. A part of offering a division of people among your account, instead of posting for everybody to see, you can upload stuff that are only available in certain circles. Facebook is on the top of the pyramid, but at the moment, if any other social media was to fight for that place, the only one which is qualified to do so is Google+.